This week on The Splash, we hit the dance floor with the family. Then we get some new business tips from local experts. And later, the great outdoors at the Recreation Activity Center. The Splash is a production of Civic Center TV. We're a news magazine that covers everything from local news to feature stories, all so that we can bring you the latest from the greater West Bloomfield area. And now, let's dive into The Splash.
Thank you so much for being with us on The Splash. I'm Brooke Allen. West Bloomfield Parks recently invited local fathers and daughters out for a fun night of food, music, and dancing at Glen Oaks Country Club, providing an opportunity for ever-important bonding between parent and child. We sent reporter Jake Kustash to witness all the fun.
I'm here covering the Daddy-Daughter Dance here at Glen Oaks Country Club, where dads and daughters can participate in fun activities like face painting, getting their photo taken, and of course, tearing up the dance floor.
So this event makes it really special just because it's that time where you get to step away from work and the busyness and come to have that evening with your kids, and the dads and daughters get all dressed up for a lovely evening together.
At the dinner dance, they offer a variety of different fun activities for everyone to participate in.
What participants can do when they get here, they arrive, check in. If they would like, they can purchase a corsage, and they get that at the door. Then they make their way into the event where they enjoy a lovely dinner, and they can have professional photos done if they would like. And then, of course, the wonderful dancing that's going on and making those fun memories.
What's your favorite thing at the event so far?
The food and the dance.
The dancing.
So Glen Oaks has their own catering. They cook it with their amazing chefs.
It's really nice. The food's been good, and the dancing's nice as well.
This is an annual event, but has gotten very popular over the years.
This event has actually grown. It was one night, and now we've actually grown to have it 2 nights, so it happens on a Wednesday and Thursday.
West Bloomfield Parks and Rec wants to continue throwing fun family events for the community.
So the other events we also offer are Summer on the Bank. We have our Spring Fling, Egg Hunt, and then also Polar Party. And it's basically each season we have a good family event for them to enjoy.
The bonds between dads and daughters continue to strengthen here in West Bloomfield as we wrap up another annual Daddy-Daughter Dance. I'm Jake Kustash reporting for The Splash.
To find out more, you can visit civiccentertv.com/Daddy-Daughter-Dance 2019. To run a successful business, you need to be able to reach out to other businesses in the community to generate new ideas and partnerships. One Chamber of Commerce group is doing just that, helping each other fortify and improve the business community right here in Greater West Bloomfield. And we previously sent reporter Ryan Younglove to get the story.
I'm here in the West Bloomfield Township Library, where the Chamber of Commerce is putting on their second Business Innovation Generator event to help small business owners grow.
About 2 years ago, I tried to create a group for entrepreneurs, and it finally materialized into the next big thing. BIG is a Business Innovation Generator, so every month I invite renowned speakers to help small to medium businesses and entrepreneurs to help understand how they can thrive and survive. The goal of the BIG, or the Business Innovation Generator, is to make sure that we are a community that supports businesses, whether they are small, medium, or large, and make sure that they always have access to the resources they need, because we know a community that is thriving supports the schools, pays taxes, and is a great place to work, play, and live.
It takes a lot to find resources like what this chamber offers on your own. So why not come and be surrounded by other business owners? They too are looking for resources, and there's a sharing of information that you would not get sitting at home on a computer by yourself. The concept of it taking a village is definitely at play when we're talking about entrepreneurship. Let's grow businesses. The way that we'll turn around our economy here coming out of this downturn that we've experienced, that the world is now watching our state to see how we handle things, and let's show them that, yep, we got this, we can do this, and we are creating those jobs, and we are making an impact, and we all collectively are a part of the state of Michigan's resurgence.
I think it's really important to understand all the resources that are out there, because starting a small business is not easy, and it can be a lonely journey. And there are lots of resources out there, so tapping into the different resources so that you really understand what you're getting yourself into before you get started is really important. We believe that entrepreneurship and small business is the backbone of our economy. The job growth is going to happen from small businesses. We think small business ownership is very empowering. It keeps wealth in the family and in our communities. It creates jobs that also stay local, that cannot be outsourced. It helps to redevelop commercial corridors and neighborhoods, and it helps to preserve our unique culture. So we're huge fans of small businesses, and we would like everybody, if they have an idea, to at least take the time and effort to explore that idea and to understand that Build Institute and many of the other programs like Goldman Sachs are here to help support you through that journey.
The Business Innovation Generator meeting was a success, leaving small business owners with new knowledge on how to grow their business. This is Ryan Younglove, reporting for The Splash.
For more information, feel free to stop by our website at civiccentertv.com/business innovation. Coming up, we interact with a bunch of fun creatures with West Bloomfield Parks, and then another episode of Sidewalk Talk.
Don't go away. You're watching The Splash on Civic Center TV.
Join the Greater West Bloomfield community on Monday, March 11th at 7 p.m. at Abbott Middle School for a special live broadcast of the State of the Communities on Civic Center TV and 89.3 WBLD, the all-new Lakes FM, as we provide area citizens with a chance to hear from local government officials regarding the past year's accomplishments and future plans. Participating are West Bloomfield Township and the cities of Orchard Lake Village, Keego Harbor, and Sylvan Lake. Each city's mayor and West Bloomfield Township supervisor will present on behalf of their communities, and we will capture and broadcast every moment live on Civic Center TV, Comcast Channel 15, AT&T Channel 99, and live streamed online at civiccentertv.com/watch-live. As well as on the radio on 89.3 WBLD, the all-new Lakes FM, and online at lakesfm.com. Media that's close to home.
And now, back to The Splash on Civic Center TV.
Welcome back to The Splash. I'm Brooke Allen. Thank you for being with us. West Bloomfield Parks recently invited families to join them and their friends at Science Alive for a special interactive show featuring live animals. And we sent our very own Tyler Kieft to enjoy all the fun.
Recently, local hands-on science education company Science Alive was invited to West Bloomfield Parks' home at the Recreation Activity Center for a fun-filled family experience with animals from our ecosystem as well as places all over the world. Children's interest was piqued as they witnessed the engagement and interaction of fascinating creatures from places in the United States and as far away as South America. A fun activity as it was, interacting with these interesting and exotic animals. The experience provided the young children in attendance with an excellent educational opportunity outside of the classroom, learning by hands-on interaction and seeing the works of nature in action, in their hands and right in front of them. The live animal show, Our Animal Friends, fulfills a goal of West Bloomfield Parks and its friendly partners in the community, such as Science Alive, engaging with our families and our youth, and not only providing an opportunity to interact with nature, but to explore the vast landscape of the sciences and of the mind. From chinchillas to Burmese pythons, the families were able to see, touch, and communicate with a variety of interesting animals, getting a special look at nature from here and far beyond. Reporting for The Splash, I'm Tyler Kieft.
For more on this story, you can visit civiccentertv.com/our animal friends. Now it's time for Sidewalk Talk, where reporter Patrick McElmurray asks the people of Greater West Bloomfield about what gets them out in this crazy weather.
We came out in this bomb cyclone because we had to. But what brings you out in weather like this?
I wanted to see my friends.
Yeah. And do what?
Ate breakfast.
Pancakes?
No.
Waffles?
No. We had French toast.
French toast, there we go.
Yeah, it was yummy.
I wanted breakfast at Zoe's House of Pancakes. They have really good pancakes.
Did you get pancakes?
Yeah, I did.
How are their waffles?
I didn't eat a waffle.
Have you had their waffles?
Yeah, they're really good.
Perfect.
I had no food in my house, so I only had alcohol, so I needed to combine the two, so I had to come out to the library. And they have great food, so I thought I'd indulge here.
I went to the restaurant, Shangri-La. We had a bunch of food. I can't think of what it's called at the moment.
It was good, though, right?
Yeah, it was delicious.
There we go.
We came out here to eat at Shangri-La. We had dim sum and General Tao's chicken, and it was all amazing.
We have a standing basketball game at Friendship Circle. It's dating back about 5 years now.
What position do you play?
Every position. We get about 15 guys. We all chip in, and then we just go for it for 2 hours.
That's not bad. Keeps you in shape, gets you out of the house.
Yep.
To build a snowman.
Yeah? What else?
To play in the snow.
Good. Now, what brings you out on a weather day like this?
Well, we just had practice right now, so we just came to get something to eat. After practice, nice little grub.
What are you gonna eat?
Probably pancakes, eggs, bacon.
Breakfast.
Yeah, breakfast.
I was kind of getting bored at home, so I'm like, I'll go out and get some food, meet up with a buddy, and just get out of the house for a little bit.
Well, we like coming out to the library. We love the staff here. It's Joe and Molly's night, so we like to say hi to them. And Scott and Scotty are on different nights, but we like to see our friends here.
I wanted to eat breakfast with my friends. I just got back from a vacation, so.
Welcome home.
Thank you.
Did you get pancakes too?
Yes.
And eggs?
Yes.
And bacon?
No.
Okay, good. Bacon's bad for you.
Oh.
I'm Patrick McElmurray. Join us next week for another episode of Sidewalk Talk.
For more episodes of Sidewalk Talk on demand, visit civiccentertv.com/sidewalk talk. Now it's time for the Civic Center TV event update. We provide you with upcoming events around Greater West Bloomfield. And for more events coming up, visit civiccentertv.com/events. Let's Talk, an ESL discussion group, Wednesdays from 10 a.m. to 12 noon at the West Bloomfield Township Public Library. Anyone learning English or who wants to improve their skills is welcome during this English language discussion group. A tutor from the Oakland Literacy Council will facilitate the conversation and help all who attend become stronger with their English language skills. Feel free to drop in for all or part of the sessions. And for more information, call 248-232-2290 or visit wblib.org. Sit to Stay Fit exercise class Wednesdays from 11 a.m. to 12 noon at Spirit of Grace Church in West Bloomfield. Help your mind, body, and spirit and improve your strength and balance in this fun exercise class for people of all ages. It costs $4 to attend each class, and you can learn more by calling 248-682-0770 or by visiting spiritdrivenchurch.org. How Detroit Saved the World, the Willow Run story, February 28th at 7 p.m. at the West Bloomfield Library. Learn about the world and national events leading up to the decision to involve the auto industry in the construction of bombers for World War II and ultimately to build the Willow Run B-24 bomber plant with Randy Houghton of the Yankee Air Museum. Randy is a professional pilot who works for USA Jet Airlines based at Willow Run Airport. He's a retired U.S. Navy captain who conducted anti-submarine patrols during the Cold War and piloted P-3 Orion aircrafts in Vietnam. The event is free to attend, and you can find more information online at wblib.org. Learn about opportunities to volunteer with the Greater West Bloomfield Historical Society on Saturday, March 2nd from 10 a.m. to 12 noon at the Orchard Lake Museum. If you're looking for flexible, interesting volunteer opportunities that allow you to interact with the community and our local background and traditions, the Historical Society is the place for you. Stop by and join them to talk about one-time and long-term volunteer opportunities and meet fellow history buffs from around your hometown. For more information, call 248-757-2451 or send an email to contact@gwbhs.org. Nashville Hurricane, starring Chase Padgett, March 2nd at 8 p.m. at the Berman Center for the Performing Arts. A manager, a mentor, a mother, and a guitar prodigy tell their versions of what happened to the legendary fretboard phenomenon known as the Nashville Hurricane. Filled with furious fingerpicking and unforgettable characters, the Nashville Hurricane will surely blow you away. The show is a one-man guitar epic starring the very talented Chase Padgett. Tickets are available for $33 to $48. For more information and to purchase tickets, visit theberman.org. Drugs 101, What Parents Want to Know, Tuesday, March 5th at 7 p.m. in the Teen Center at the Jewish Community Center. This is a workshop open to the community, centered around teaching parents, guardians, adult family, and friends of teenagers how to engage in a dialogue about drug use with teens in their life. You'll learn to build skills to engage teens in conversation, recognize the signs, symptoms, and current trends of teen drug use, also gain a better understanding of vaping, marijuana, opioids, and prescription drug use, and gain the tools to help teenagers be more resilient. This workshop is free to attend. You can register online at gwbcoalition.org. For more information, call 248-321-8642. Pasta with a Purpose, March 8th at 5 p.m. at Shepherd King Lutheran Church in West Bloomfield. The Rotary Club of West Bloomfield Spaghetti Dinner supports our youth service projects, and some of those initiatives include scholarships for at-risk students, sponsorships for student leaders, and books for preschool children. Each year, the Rotary Club awards Strive, or students taking a renewed interest in the value of education, scholarships to underperforming West Bloomfield High School juniors. Rotarians mentor and motivate these young scholars to turn around their grades and self-esteem. The club's newest project, the Pre-K Book Bash, will distribute brand new books to the 450 preschool students in West Bloomfield School District, giving many of these children the start of an at-home library of their own. This event costs $15 per adult, $7 per child under 12 years of age. For more information, visit RotaryClubWestBloomfield.com or call 248-464-0084. On March 11th at 7 p.m., join West Bloomfield Township and the cities of Keego Harbor, Orchard Lake Village, and Sylvan Lake for the State of the Communities, broadcast live on Civic Center TV and 89.3 WBLD, the all-new Lakes FM. The community-wide event will take place at Abbott Middle School in the cafeteria, where Orchard Lake Mayor Bruce McIntyre, Keego Harbor Mayor John Fletcher, West Bloomfield Township Supervisor Steve Kaplan, and Sylvan Lake Mayor Aaron Lorenz will be presenting on behalf of their communities. This event is open to the public. However, the cafeteria at Abbott Middle School has limited seating, and reservations may be made by visiting CivicCenterTV.com. And for more information, stay tuned to Civic Center TV on Comcast Channel 15, AT&T Channel 99, as well as online at CivicCenterTV.com and on the radio on 89.3 WBLD, the all-new Lakes FM. And that's this week's highlights. You can find more events online at CivicCenterTV.com/events and see everything going on in the greater West Bloomfield area. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we'll be speaking with Keego Harbor City Manager Jered Ottenwess.
Don't go away. You're watching The Splash on Civic Center TV.
Civic Center TV is your home for everything greater West Bloomfield. Here you can tune into community programming such as our weekly news magazine show, The Splash, as well as coverage of local events and meetings in Keego Harbor, Sylvan Lake, Orchard Lake, and West Bloomfield. You can also watch all of your local programming online anytime at CivicCenterTV.com. Civic Center TV, television that's close to home.
For every meeting of the West Bloomfield Township Board, join Civic Center TV for a brand new show called West Bloomfield Township Board All Access, airing at 5:30 p.m. Our team will review how to access meeting agendas, go over the key issues on that night's agenda, and talk to township officials about projects happening right here in your hometown. It all happens live at 5:30 p.m. before every meeting of the West Bloomfield Township Board on Civic Center TV and 89.3 WBLD, the all-new Lakes FM.
And now, back to The Splash on Civic Center TV.
Welcome back. We're joined by Keego Harbor City Manager Jered Ottenwess. And Jered, you are brand new to the job.
I am.
You're a month in.
Yeah, I'm just finishing my first month.
How's it going?
It's been going really well. Everybody in Keego has been very welcoming, very kind, really, surprisingly kind. It's been such a welcoming community. It's been a great first month.
And that's good.
Yeah.
So before you were in this new position, tell me what you were doing at home.
Well, for the past 4 years, I've been a stay-at-home dad with 3 kids under the age of 10.
How'd that work out for you?
It's been very eventful. Like I say, though, it's the most fulfilling job I've ever had. It's been really rewarding. I'm so grateful to have those years at home with my kids at those young ages,
right.
To be there for them. But I also have a career. I have a profession. I have a bank account. And so, yeah, it was time for me.
And your college tuition coming up.
I will one day, hopefully, yeah.
Right.
So, yeah, all those things, the demands of life. I need to get back into the workforce, so here I am.
Okay, so a month into the job as city manager of Keego Harbor. Tell me some of the highlights.
Well, the first month I'm spending a lot of time getting to know people, especially the city council. It's really important that I get to know the city council members and form a good working relationship with them. So that's my first priority. And then also, of course, staff, getting to know staff and getting to know what work is underway, what's maybe not being done, what's maybe being done well and not well, those kinds of things. So a lot of time getting to know staff and then also other agencies that the city works with. Keego is a small town, so we contract for a lot of services, including with other governmental agencies like Oakland County. So there's a whole range of people at Oakland County that I need to get to know, contractors for professional services that I need to get to know. So it's a lot of meeting new people.
And you're only a month in, so it's the whole meet and greet. In fact, I'm meeting you for the first time.
Yeah.
So some people might not know what a city manager does.
Okay.
So tell me.
Well, a city manager is the chief administrative officer for a local unit of government, a city, who is appointed by the elected body. In the case of Keego Harbor, it's a city council. The city council is elected, but then the elected body appoints a professional manager to serve as the chief administrative officer for the city, who's tasked with implementing the policies that are adopted by the city council. So the city manager essentially is carrying out the direction of the city council.
Okay, so you're kind of the front guy.
That's right, yes.
Okay, so Keego Harbor, you said it's a small population. How many?
Approximately 3,000, probably a little over 3,000 by now.
Okay, so what are some of the issues that you face in Keego?
Well, thankfully Keego is a nice, quiet lakeside community. It's the heart of the lakes, so there's not as much of the challenges that you often see in bigger cities. Things like, traffic, code enforcement violations, things of that nature are a part of my daily routine. But then we also have big projects, kind of bigger long-term issues that we're dealing with. Right now, the Planning Commission just approved a preliminary site plan. So there's still more approvals for it, but there was an approval for a preliminary site plan for what I believe would probably be the biggest development in Keego's history, especially all as one development. Because
so this is a big development project.
It is, yeah.
So can you tell us what it is?
It's a big mixed-use development that would include, I think, about 240 residential units as currently approved. And then there would also be a mixed use. It would be a retail commercial component to the project too. Where currently there's a mobile home neighborhood that's right on Cass Lake. Okay. That's now being removed, and the developer is proposing this mixed use development. So that's created a lot of discussion, obviously, amongst the Keego community.
Right. So what are you hearing so far? People for it, against it, mixed?
You hear for and against. And at the most recent Planning Commission meeting, I would say I think almost all of the public comment was opposed to the development. And not necessarily the development per se, but the development as it's been proposed. I think a lot of the comments center around the idea that the development is too intense for that area, and there were comments along the lines of the intensity or the scale of the development should be reduced, and then also just identifying specific concerns that they might have about how sunlight would be affected, what kind of elements are included within the project, for example, public use components of the project. There's a proposed dog park area on the last site plan. So things of that nature, specific comments geared towards that. It's an exciting development, though. It's nice to see that there is development pressure in Keego Harbor. So there's interest. There's an economic benefit.
There must be a need
to redeveloping.
So let's talk about the community as kind of a whole, like schools.
Okay.
How are the schools in Keego?
Well, I'm just still getting to know them. I understand they're in the West Bloomfield School District. So right now, if you have kids in Keego, you're sending your kids through the West Bloomfield School District. There's an elementary school in Keego, Roosevelt Elementary School, which is right in the heart of downtown. And then middle school, I believe you'd go to Abbott Middle School just down the road. But I'm not really, I haven't been very involved with the schools yet.
Right. Okay, so what's one thing that you are looking forward to?
Boy, I'm looking forward to the summer, and I love winter, but I'm looking forward to the summer and seeing what the lake culture is like, the way that people use Cass Lake and Sylvan Lake. Keego is really in this interesting geographic location. It's like this isthmus between the two lakes, and so it's a really interesting location where people love living right in the lake. They love having access to the lakes, and I've heard people who say the lakes are just great, that's why they live there. I've also heard people complain and say, well, the lakes are too busy. We have these problems or these issues with the lakes. So I'm really curious for myself to see what that's like, and then also to just be a part of it. We have a really nice Memorial Day parade. There's a lot of activities going on during the summer. It's just a really exciting time of year.
I think everyone's looking forward to the summer.
At this point, I think we are. Yeah.
I think so. So a month into the job, what's your next month entail?
Probably more of the same, but we do have a budget approval that's coming up, sooner than I would probably like. I guess I'd probably like to have another year to work on the budget if I could, but unfortunately, I don't get that. No, I don't get that. So we have budget approval, I believe, by July 1, no later than, but we also have some charter provisions. I believe it's early June where we have to have a final budget adopted. Either way, that's what I'm really focused on right now. In the next 30 to 60 days, we really need to put in some hard work on having some budget discussions. My predecessor, the previous city manager, she had to unfortunately leave fairly abruptly from the position, and it was right during a budget approval process. Okay. So the budget really, we need to really do a lot of work in discussing the goals and priorities of the city council and how that relates to the budget. And so I want to get that started really early. I want to have really good, thorough discussions about the budget so the city council and I are on the same page going into the new fiscal year.
Well, you can map out the city budget, and then you can go to the lake, right?
Yeah, in an ideal world, yes, that would be nice.
In an ideal world.
Yeah.
Well, again, thank you so much. It has been a pleasure meeting you, and I know we'll be seeing you around and hopefully on the lake in the summer, if it ever shows up.
Thank you, Brooke. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. And we have been joined by Keego Harbor City Manager Jered Ottenwess. And now it's time for a new episode, A Minute with Nature, where West Bloomfield Parks naturalist Lauren Azuri explains what it means to be an environmental steward.
Hello and welcome to Minute with Nature. I'm your host, Lauren Azuri, the park naturalist for West Bloomfield Parks. And we're inside the nature room today talking about environmental stewardship, or how to be a good environmental steward of our land. Well, what is stewardship? It really just means the job of supervising or taking care of something. But because we're talking about environmental stewardship, we're talking about taking care of the earth. Have you ever heard of Aldo Leopold? He's a really famous person who is an environmental steward, and he actually championed the concept of environmental stewardship. And he defines it as dealing with man's relation to the land and to the animals and to the plants which grow upon it. So environmental stewardship really encompasses all of the earth, the plants, the animals, and the land, as Aldo Leopold tells us. So how can you be a good environmental steward? One of them is planting native plants. Native plants are beneficial to our ecosystem and all the animals that live here. So if you're going to plant a garden, think about trying to plant natives. Make sure you're using less fertilizer and less pesticides, or none at all if possible, because that does affect our environment negatively. You can also contact resource managers, like some of our West Bloomfield Park staff, for ideas on how to manage your property in order to make it more ecological friendly and more open to the environment and choices that can help animals. A good resource for managing invasive species would be our Oakland County SISMA. If you have invasive species on your property, it's best to remove them. Invasive species don't belong here, they didn't originally grow here, and they have no ecological value. So plants and animals here cannot use invasive species. So the best thing to do is remove invasive species and make room for new native species that have more ecological value and will bring better plants and animals to your yard. Oakland County SISMA can help you do that, and they have great resources for you. If you contact the Oakland County SISMA, they can give you in touch with good contractors that are trained in this kind of management practices, as well as if it's a smaller scale and you can handle it on your own, the best way to do that as well. You can also volunteer for our park cleanup event or a garlic mustard pull. And then, of course, all the other choices that you make on a daily basis that can help you be a better environmental steward by recycling and reducing the waste. All of those are great ways to be an environmental steward. And that's your Minute with Nature.
For more episodes of A Minute with Nature, visit civiccentertv.com/MWN. And now it's time for our final segment, Person of the Week. People in the community inspiring or providing toward others. And this week's recipient is Veronica Body, United We Walk student co-chair. For 2 years, Veronica Body has served her school and the greater community, helping to plan one of our community's premier annual gatherings. Veronica has contributed to United We Walk with a number of her fellow students, working diligently with local dignitaries and employees to celebrate, commemorate, and continue to pass on the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Dr. King's virtues of compassion, care, empathy, equality, and social justice are all held deeply in regard by Veronica Body, and these virtues are visible in every aspect of United We Walk that she's been involved in. Veronica's desire to do good for others reflects in her ability to work with people of all walks of life to bring our greater West Bloomfield together, spreading the messages of good help, keeping our community close, and cultivating a community that values diversity, promotes unity, and underscores the worth of every person, which is why she is our Person of the Week. And if you know someone who's making a positive difference, let us know. Send an email to thesplash@civiccentertv.com. We want to congratulate and acknowledge those making a difference in our community, and we appreciate your suggestions. Well, that's it for this week's show. You can watch new episodes Mondays at 5:30 p.m. at Civic Center TV on Comcast 15, AT&T 99, and online in HD at civiccentertv.com. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at Civic Center TV. And for more Metro Detroit news, you can listen to me and Greg Bowman weekdays from 2 to 7 p.m. on WWJ News Radio 950. And for all our friends in Sylvan Lake, Orchard Lake, Keego Harbor, and West Bloomfield, I'm Brooke Allen. Thank you for watching The Splash.